Hello, my dear audiences. Welcome to the show. Jack Chow with the East West Show with G&E TV. Nowadays, the terrorist attack, especially the one happened in Paris and also later with the Marty Hotel, been the talk for almost everywhere you go. We are saddened, as Americans, we're saddened with people, whoever, to the victims and to the family, all right, and to the, especially this situation. And we've been lately thinking different ways, especially me, myself, different ways. What is wrong with this world? And is there any solution, including military actions, or in addition to military actions, or what shall we do? Where are we heading? Where is the world being dragged along? Where to? So those are the questions remain unanswered. However, they are miserable questions that bothers me a lot. To get to the point, I always bring my crying baby to the mother. The mother this time being my good friend, Dr. Peter Fu. Doctor, welcome to the show.
Thank you very much. And every time I'm glad to be here and talking about world issues or any other issues. Glad to be here every time.
Sure. To start with, I would invite my audience to join me in 10 seconds. We can't afford 1 minute for silence in commemoration to those whose life been taken away. Please. All right, what happened, right? It is more important not to keep on being sorrow, but to find the solutions, to find understandings, right? So starting with the understanding, Dr. Fu, what's wrong? What's wrong?
Well, when you look at the TV these days, basically every day, when you look at the CNN or any other media, they are bombarded with the terrorist issues, whether it's in France, whether it's in Mali. It's become a problem that everyone is worried.
The one in Beirut too.
Yeah. Everyone is worried.
Yeah.
And you know, we as an Americans are very fortunate, and after September 11th, that we did not have any major attack. But I think a lot of experts are saying that sooner or later, what kind of a scale that some of the terrorists will also have some attack in this country.
They are threatening us all right now. They say they have planted or even planned at least 15 states of the United States of the same scale, if not bigger, to happen. That's so scary.
Well, when you look at the Paris attack, is that basically they just go to any crowd they want to do. The civilian crowd.
Innocent people.
Innocent people, whether it's a musical concert, whether it's a restaurant, or bars, and
hotel.
It's you cannot predict where they're going to be next.
Yes.
So I think the frustration for people all over the world, as you said, why?
Why?
And do we have solutions?
Yes.
What causes these terrorists to become terrorists? How can we eliminate possible terrorists? How can we share the intellectual knowledges, intelligent knowledges to prevent these potential terrorist attack? And also we need to think not only within the box, but also outside of the box.
You're right.
Enough has been said by all the media. What we're going to do today is to offer our own opinion. And sometimes it may have some of they call the Asian wisdom. How to think from a different point of view.
All right.
Okay? You and I, as American Chinese, so we definitely also, thinking about it a lot, being worried also where's going to be next attack. So I think it is vital for us to thinking about it from different aspects. First, you think about it, is military action is the only action to solve the problems, or is military and diplomatic action to be the solution for that one? And which countries need to be involved, or how the international community and United Nations can be united to fight the terrorists.
What if we started with the cause of the problem before the defining of solutions, right?
Sure.
For that, I would like to do a little overture.
Okay.
What bothers me lately was that I look back into history and I found out ever since the early days of evolution, the human race, among human race, wars were raised over food, right? Later, when food was no longer that serious a problem, and the community is a problem. With the community, that religion gave birth to, right? And with religion, war started. Okay, and I check with every religion, including Buddhism, including Christianity, including Catholics, including Islams, including all these, or even Indian, right? Even Indian Buddhisms. So none of the religious group had a clear history, had a proud history. We never touched anybody. We never strangled anybody. We never took life. Every group, every religious group did. Take a Christian, for example. Take the Crusade, for example, right? For almost 200 years, right? They fought and fought and fought, and including 8 times, the Crusade, right? Okay. Until they reached a point that they took over the whole Byzantine dynasty. Okay. From then on, Christian being the kind of like superior, I don't know, I hate to use that word though, because in my mind, every religion is equal, right? And then entering the 2000, this millennium, you started to see a rise of most Muslims, right? So am I reading a wrong situation, wrong picture, or this picture is there, only we haven't touched it?
Well, first, the religion is a very complex issue. It has been with the human being from the very beginning. They may not call particular names, but they have tribes. When you look at some of the guerrillas, they also alienate some of the neighbors by killing their neighbors too. So they don't have any religion, but they have their own groups and tribes, how to defend that. But that's a pre-human, history, or the beginning of the human history. But when you look at the human history, when you look at the World War I and World War II, they all started with a different doctrine. It's something to do with what you believe, what I believe, what other people believe. So, but different belief and different religion have different extent how to deal with the other side. For example, the Buddhism, the Hindus, and some of the Asian religions is that, I think what I believe, and I will let you know what I believe, but if you don't believe us, that's okay, I will walk away. But for Christians...
But even the Hindus had their own history.
That's true.
And they did wage war too.
That's true.
Right?
But most of the Asian religions, like Buddhist, but most likely they don't always try to forcefully enforce their belief on you. Now, Christians, they also present their own religion idea and believe that the Christ is the Savior, but they're not necessarily want to eradicate or kill the other people. But in Muslim, Islamic religion, some of the elements called for eradication of non-believers, meaning that it is okay to kill.
Please allow please allow me a little insertion. I remember once I saw a show in Las Vegas called Zoomanity. Zoomanity. I gave a lot of thought to the title, Zoomanity, right? So the way I see it is that human race started their civilization based upon zoomanity. And then were elevated to humanity. Now we're back to zoomanity. So sounds like a terrible cycle.
Well, you're talking about a civilization
Killing, right?
go different directions. The first, other than natural death, human beings, in terms of the killing wise, war is the most killing machines of a human species.
And also, I was sharing my thought with my intern just now before you came, says, well, every means of humanity in contact have been developed and evolved. For example, communication. We say, hey, yo, 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 yo. That kind of communication is developed into cell phones. Say, come over here, like that kind, right? So the measure, the means of handling stuff are developed into nowadays going along with the technology, right? Only the problem, the method of handling conflicts remains the same. War, 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 killing, in wars, whatever. So they remain the same.
Well, you know what, exactly. In the early stages of when one tribe want to fight other tribes, they use wood and stick and stones and to say whether they can gain a little bit of territories and have a little bit more food in the area. But as a human developers, they have a better technology and they feed more people, they have more population. And then they start to have the industrial revolution. They have the locomotive, the trains, the airplanes, the fire, and then they have the nuclear technology, and then they also make nuclear bombs. Now the nuclear bombs, how many people that nuclear bomb can kill people compared to you throwing the stones and pierce to each other. So there's double edge for every technology.
If you can take it easy from a stone, from rocks, from stones to crossbows, for example, you can probably take it easy because a rock, a stone kills, and crossbow kills, right? However, from crossbow to nuclear weapons, you cannot take it easy.
I know.
Once it happens for good.
The nuclear weapons are still posing the worst threat in human history.
Yes.
In other words, the U.S. and the Russian nuclear warhead alone can destroy Earth multiple times.
Oh, they say 10 times.
Even if one country destroy the land nuclear weapons, their ocean move nuclear weapons can still, kill the other side multiple times. So, but what I think is that, why the terrorists are attacking people? What is in their mind?
Yes, exactly. Let's take a very short moment now. When we come back, we'll find out why exactly they would attack, instead of each other, civilian, innocent people, man, woman, especially their child, their kids to be killed that way, right? So with me today, Dr. Fu, Peter Fu, a successful entrepreneur, and he has a rich history, and even his own establishment in scientific research in the molecular biology. And you're wonderful. You're overall.
Thank you very much.
You're successful one way or the other.
Or just be contributing member of the society.
And you're also successful here in sharing my problems.
Okay. All right.
So let's take this short moment, and when we come back, we'll continue finding out why they would kill innocent people.